Good dog, fellas, good dog. Come on.
Batman comes out of nowhere. You never see him coming, then he just falls from the sky, from a building, behind the door, and does some incredible things, man. He's going to be the reason that we do win it all. We all know that, but we got to protect him at all costs.
Winning on the road is always hard. Winning the first one even harder, so carry this momentum. Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, Moses Moody, BP, we all try to make our presence felt, so off to game 2.
You heard the man. Off we go to game 2. This is earlier today. The Golden State Warriors getting set for that game this evening. This is go time for the Houston Rockets. Remember, teams are 5-30 in best-of-7 series when they lose their first 2 games at home. As we say hello to our reporter covering the Golden State Warriors, Om Young-Masuk. In game 1, Steph Curry was a bad man. But do you expect 37-year-old Steph to continue to have the usage rate that we have been seeing here?
Yeah, I mean, look, if these games are going to continue to be from straight out of 1997, like Steve Kerr says, and they're only going to score 95 points, they're going to need all of Steph's 30 points. Trust me. I talked to Buddy Hield this morning at shoot-around and said, as a shooter, what is it like to see Steph have to fight through 1, 2, 3 guys grabbing him, hugging him just to get free? And he said, you know what? Right now, everything is in a right mental space for Steph. He's in a spiritual place. He's just letting everything happen and figuring everything out. And I said, okay, so as a shooter, what was it like to see him hit that ridiculous 3 falling out of bounds in the third quarter? And he said, Steph and I talked about that yesterday.
Game, my friend. It was a little 30 for 30, right? In game 1, Steph recorded his 7th career 30-point playoff game against the Rockets, tied for his most against any opponent with the Cavaliers and the Blazers here. Chennai, I'm going to get to you in just one hot sec for a breakdown of this game. But what do you say? Should we talk to our reporter covering the Houston Rockets first? Let's do that. Michael Wright is joining us now because, Michael, you put up a story on ESPN.com today, and really it keyed in on detailing the Thompson twins. And, man, he struggled a little bit here in game 1. What are you expecting in game 2?
He did. He struggled mightily, but Ime Udoka said that he really wants to see Amen Thompson get downhill a little bit more this series, especially when they go to those double big lineups that feature Steven Adams and Alperen Sengun. Now, I talked to Amen Thompson this morning, and he said that he really has to do a better job of taking advantage of those situations because there are definitely driving lanes. He said, but in game 1, he missed a lot of chippies that he normally makes. Now, Amen also said that, hey, I am loving the physicality of this series right now. He said they finally feel like they are playing real basketball. So expect that level of physicality to be ratcheted up for game 2 tonight.
Okay, that's certainly something that we are going to watch for, especially because we know his prowess here defensively. Michael C. Wright, thank you so much. Enjoy tonight's game. I'm sure we'll be seeing what needs to happen tonight in H-Town.
Look, I was in the building for game 1 in the H, and there was a lot of excitement for so many matchups, Draymond Green versus Alperen Sengun, but the most consequential is likely Jalen Green versus Steph Curry. Mind you, Steph's shot making, it literally took my breath away and the entire arena's breath away. His shot, though, starts with his feet. Now, this is a miss, but I want to show you how hard the defenses have to work to hold Curry down. He fakes the screen right here and is just lurking and waiting. Tremendous pin down by Podziemski to force a swing. his defense showed up as well. Their top scorer, the Rockets, Jalen Green, has to be better if the Rockets want a chance at tying the series up. And this is the exact matchup that we might see again. So what will Jalen Green have to do? He will have to be more productive, really, especially going up against Steph, because he moves his feet so well. Watch Steph. He's down in a stance. I'm a Rockets fan, but respect to this man. Look at him hustling. Look at Steph pursuing. No help is coming. Beautiful contest without a fall. I saw him do this on multiple players, including Alperen Şengün. But this right here is my favorite. This is the one that gets me hyped. He accepts the challenge. Typically, people back up, especially this far. No, his left foot is up. He's ready to pressure. And what does he do? He forces a fadeaway, a tough three-point shot, especially when Jalen is not having his night. Jalen Green is averaging just 5.3 points per game on 21% shooting in his last 4 games, scoring in single figures in each one. But remember, he didn't have his usual minutes at the end of the season, but they need more minutes and more production if this matchup is going to go the distance.
You have to imagine that they're going to need to score more than 85 points if they want to beat a juggernaut like the Golden State Warriors. Sis, it was an excellent breakdown, as always. The Rockets, they do have a little bit of work to do, though, as Chiney Ogwumike just laid out. So, Michael Wilbon, I feel like at least offensively, though, what's scary is the Houston Rockets certainly have another level they need to take it to offensively, but the Warriors have another level they can take it to offensively. What are you expecting to see?
Tonight, you're talking about just one game. Not for the series, I expect Golden State to be able to figure out how to do what they did the other night 4 times. Tonight, I expect Jalen Green to have a 15 or 18-point night. He doesn't have to explode. And I expect Mr. Şengün,
who was excellent in game 1,
to have a game that is old-fashioned numbers. Steve Kerr talked about old-fashioned score. I'm talking about a 31 and 15 rebound night. Şengün can do that. Steve almost conceded in his post-game talks, in his pregame yesterday. Offensive rebounds, we're going to give up a lot of those, and Şengün's going to grab a lot of them. I
hear you on that, but isn't that what happened in game 1? Şengün has himself a night, but their backcourt goes 7 of 34.
Well, that can't happen. That's what I'm saying. Jalen Green's going to play better.
Okay.
They're all going to play better. The Rockets, that's their first. You know what it's like? I'm comparing it to the Pistons game 1 against the Knicks.
All right.
The Pistons are figuring this out on the fly. It's a young team. They haven't been there. Houston, with notable exceptions like Fred VanVleet, they're figuring it out. Jalen Green has to play better. Şengün will be even more prolific. Tonight.
Well, Draymond's earning his reputation as a DPOY candidate in this series. This is big boy basketball. Like, it's tough, and, you know, Saginaw's Draymond is. He's got to sit on Adams and Şengün. He's giving up like 5 inches, 50 pounds. And so the thing is, should Steve use post more, Looney more, blow the dust off of Jackson Davis?
I don't know. You know, I don't know. That's not Steve's way. Listen. To extend his lineup.
Linda, listen. Let me finish. If they continue to let those 2 big fellas shoot, what are they not doing? They're not shooting threes.
Okay.
So they took 22 shots combined last game, Linda. I keep calling you Linda. It's an IG thing.
It's IG.
He's hip with the kids.
Okay.
Only 2 threes. So there's a game plan, I think. Yeah, okay, Şengün, do it.
But, Mark, you know often those offensive rebounds work their way back to the arc for open threes.
Şengün ain't passing the ball.
I don't want him to. I want him to shoot 75% right down there. You don't need as many threes.
Me, I'm wondering how the Rockets can generate more offense here, because defensively they were able to hold their own. It felt like the game plan was, all right, Alperen Şengün, especially in the first quarter, he has this emphatic dunk to start the game, but they're not getting a lot of help from their guard play especially. And the experience of a Steph Curry, of a Jimmy Butler in those sort of moments, particularly in tight games down the stretch, they were just able to overpower the Rockets offensively. They're going to need a little bit more here from the Jalen Greens of the world, who loves the moment, who relishes the ability to step into that spotlight. He's going to need to be able to shake himself free a little bit more, as Chiney just detailed, for the Rockets to even up the series before it shifts back to Golden State. And Fred VanVleet, a proven champion. It's one of the reasons that they brought him in. Hey, speaking of champs, coming up here on NBA Today, let's visit with our Shams Charania. He's going to join us with the latest on Jason Tatum's status with a wrist injury ahead of tonight's game. Could this have an impact beyond just this evening? You're watching NBA Today.
Who's Linda?
SoFi, the official bank of the NBA, is